happy to be here. I'm Sébastien Picardat, CEO of AGdatahub. And first of all, I'm really happy to be here and really proud to be in front of you in Finland, because in Finland, you are the first member state where you have an official data intermediary registered on EU level. This is Data Space Europe, and congratulations for them, because this is a Finnish company owned by farmers' organization and with the support of public organization. And we are really proud of having you the first data intermediation service provider registered in Europe. I'm sorry, because I wanted to be the first one, but the French law is adopted right now today after 8 months of discussion on the French Parliament in connection with EU Commission. So I hope I will be the good second data intermediary registered on EU level by tomorrow. I hope so. Let's see. So now we'll take the boat together in order to go in the fields and to speak about use cases in farming industry. AGdatahub is a company owned by farmers' organization with the support of the French government, and my president is a farmer in Normandy. And together we decided to make a first inventory about the data set in his farms. He had 30 sources of data in his farms, and he don't know with whom he is sharing data, and he wants to be in control about the data use. Okay? So you have all around here, you have the data set coming from the private sectors, from the public authorities, and he wants to keep control with his consent or permission in order to know who is using his data for which use. And that's the goal of AGdatahub. AGdatahub is to interconnect the 400,000 farms with their 85,000 partners in France. And if you see that on EU level, we have to interconnect together with our partners in Belgium, the Netherlands, in Finland, and in all over member states to interconnect 10 million farms with its 500,000 partners upstream and backstream. This is our goal together. And how we do that and for which use cases? Then he asks me to focus on use cases because, for example, in AGdatahub, our platform is in production since 2 years, and we have really clear use cases operating on our platform. First of all, when you go to the supermarket, you want to know if your products are available and where does it come from, and are they in line with their environmental aspects. So we develop labeling about environmental issues. All the data for environmental issue coming from farms come from our transfers to our platforms. Another use cases, speaking about sustainability for biofuels. You all know that when you want to put some biofuels in your car, in order to have less taxes, the fuel company need to use some biofuels coming from some specific industry. We use oil seeds, we use sunflowers, and in order to do so, we must be sure that they are produced under the good agricultural practices. All the data for this issue come from our platforms. We can speak about pesticide use reduction, of course, to be in line with the environmental issues. And we can also speak about optimization of logistics through AI, and it is important for specifically for French when we want to export grain to the Middle East or in the north of Africa, for example. So to do so, we need infrastructures. That's why farmers 10 years ago said, okay, before speaking about data space, before being in front of you today, 10 years ago, some visionary farmers on EU level said, we need to write a European Code of Conduct for data sharing. 10 years ago, coming from farmers' organizations. And once they did that, this is done on the voluntary basis, but nobody implement this code. And they said, okay, 5 years ago, they said, we need an infrastructure. We need to invest our money in order to develop our own infrastructures. This is what we have done in France. This is what have been done in Belgium with Just Connect. This is what you have done in Finland with Data Space Europe. Okay? And so we develop these infrastructures. You can see here, we use sovereign technology coming from France and Europe. We are neutral because we will be regulated by the French National Authority, ARCEP. We are compliant with the DGR and Data Act regulations. We are recognized because we are also coordinators of the CSAs about the prefiguration of the European agriculture data space with 15 partners, including 1,001 lakes from Finland. And we are also compliant with Gaia-X because we are one of the first lighthouse projects with Catena-X. Here is all our partners. You can see the use case operators. You can see our technology partners, including Orange, Dawex, and EN Group. The French identity card manufacturing, because we think that digital identity is really important and needs to be managed by the member states. And finally, we need to be interoperable together. And this is the most important slide, if I can say that today. I mean, we are not alone. I mean, in Europe, for the national, on the national level, in farming industry, we all have some infrastructures already in place. I spoke about Just Connect. I spoke about AGdatahub in France. We work with Fraunhofer in Germany about the manufacturing. We spoke about, with machinery guys, with John Deere or Kühne or other global companies. They have their own project named AgIn. And we need to work together. In order to work together, we need standardization, like Lars said just before. We need an EU regulation, which will be in place right now. And we need collaborations together. This is why I'm really happy to say that with some partners from the AGRI-DataSpace Consortium, we will form a consortium to submit our proposal to the next call for the deployment of agriculture data space. And if some of you are interested to be part of the consortium, let's speak during the coffee break in order to know if we can build something, a good collaboration together. This is what we want to do with a core group, with some people from Finland, from Belgium, from France, and we hope that we can find new partners together today. And really happy to build the future of agriculture all together. Thank you for your attention.